All right, what's going on, everybody? Fixed Status back at it again, giving you guys another review. It has been a minute. You know, I'm trying to turn these reviews out and trying to get into as many figures as possible because I have a lot of stuff that I need to really look at. And I'm gonna try to do things in a little bit more of like a super flash, I don't know, like a rapid fire type deal. I don't know. I just, I've been on a tear and I really want to get into things. We're looking at possibly one of the figures of the year, man. One of the best figures of the year, I should say. I don't know why I said one of the figures of the year, obviously. But no, this guy, man, listen. This is my first Storm Collectibles. This is the Storm Collectibles Blanka from Street Fighter 2. This thing is crazy, man. I am gonna get the Jada one, don't get me wrong, but I went to a convention, I saw this thing. The guy was selling it for a really good price, and I was like, yeah, I definitely want to see what it's about. I've been hearing really good things about it, and man, it is wow. I'm really impressed with it. There's a lot to talk about. I'm gonna really just get into it, get into the nitty gritty, and just give you guys what what you need to hear, man. So, yeah, just overall, man, this thing it's gonna stay in my collection probably forever. And just a disclaimer, I'm not a Street Fighter fan whatsoever. I don't know no shit about no Street Fighter. I don't know shit about Street Fighter. But the thing is that it looks cool. And I'm in a position, I'm in a point in my life now, or at least collecting wise, where I'm just buying whatever's cool, right? And this shit looks cool as fuck. So, just to get into it, paint deco, man, but just the overall look of this thing, the aesthetic of it is super clean, super nice. Like almost the perfect amount of paint, perfect amount of detail, like texturing. It's fantastic. And like I said, I've never had a Storm Collectibles figure before, so this being my first one is like, what a banger, man. What an absolute banger. So, the color, I don't really know as far as like the accuracy in terms of like the color, how he looks in the game. I mean, I've obviously seen what he looks like in the game, and it just looks as accurate as I need it to be. You guys can let me know in the comments if there's any like discrepancies as far as like differences in, because I know there's probably like, oh yeah, the shorts are a different color and his green is not quite the right green. Man, listen, I don't care about any of that. You diehard fans, anybody that's a Street Fighter fan, you guys are gonna be the ones that are obviously gonna decide for yourself whether that's gonna be an issue for you or not. But let's get into it, man. Articulation wise, I'm giving this thing a 10, man. Okay. Let me think about this, because I'm very tempted to give it a 10, and I just can't find anything wrong with it. Like Storm gives you all the articulation points you need for this guy, and he gets in some crazy poses. Like, I'll show you some of the pictures I took, and I posted on Instagram in a second, but I'll probably put some B-roll up. It's absolutely fire. And I'm new to this articulation style. So the first thing I didn't know is that the whole upper body is just a rubber overlay. And really, like, because I ended up taking the arm off, this whole thing is just is like an endoskeleton, or what is it, just a regular skeleton? I don't know why I was going to say endoskeleton, but it's a regular frame on the inside, and it just allows the body to just sort of get this organic, type of feel when it comes to, moving around and everything. The neck, like the way they did the neck, let me show you. It's like there's a post inside of here, and somehow, the rubber is able to kind of move with that. So it just, the head is going to move where you want it to. It's a little daunting at first because it's like you're afraid to break it. But like, look at that. Looking down. He's going to look up. He's going to, well, maybe that's not the best looking up, I should say. Let me see if I can get him to look forward. I don't want to break. Oh no, he can definitely look up. Yeah. So, that's dope. Cup joint, butterflies, but they're not like true butterflies because the cuts aren't as deep. which I think this is kind of like the best of both worlds if you want to get that organic movement in the shoulder. So, you know, the shoulders go forward pretty nicely. You can get them to go a little bit farther, you know, obviously. The arms will pop out, like if you go too far. Whoops, I'm shaking the camera. The arms will pop out if you go too far, but they pop right back in, so that's not a big issue. The torso setup is really, really, really nice. And this is a gripe. This is just sort of like a tangent I'm going to go off of. Go on to, I should say. Of course, look at that. Upper body, you have an upper ball peg at the top. Goes back that far. You can go forward. And it looks like I'm putting a lot of force into this, but I'm not. Trust me, I'm not going to break it. That's just the upper crunch. Hold on. I fucking flexed it forward. So that's how far forward. Oh God, I can't speak today. So that's how far forward he can bend. And then of course he has the diaphragm, I guess, what do you want to call it? Ab crunch, like a standard Marvel Legends ab crunch. But the difference is that he actually leans, like he really gets down, you know, in that crunch. And I haven't moved the legs yet. This is just all from the upper body. But what's nice about this is that they put a ball at the bottom of the ab crunch, which is what Hasbro should always do. If they're gonna keep doing that ab crunch, put a ball at the bottom so that way we can get the, you know, that motion there. As I mentioned in the Spider-Man review, it's the same thing. This organic, you know, type of motion that he can get there. So, you know, that's nice. So he can ball up really nice. And from what I understand, this is what Blanka does, is that he just balls up, you know, when he's using his attacks and his different moves in the game. I know I sound like a complete casual, which I am. I'm not even a casual. I am an ignorant fool when it comes to Street Fighter. So that's nice. So he bends over nicely, pause. You know, the crunch is really, really nice and organic. So that's what sells me. Like 99 times out of 100, if the figure can crouch, I'm down. I'm game. You know, if he can. And another thing too is the legs. So like the legs, you know, in conjunction with, you know, like he's getting down. He's getting the business, man. You know. Got double knees there, and the legs are ratcheted too. I'm sorry, I'm like going off on a tangent, but the legs are ratcheted. So these are really, like, these are gonna stand the test of time. These joints here, so you can kind of hear it. You might need a little bit of oil. I don't really mind it because it's still very smooth, but it's ratcheted. So they boom, 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 like. So these joints are not gonna loosen up as much as like a standard ball joint or anything like that. So I really like that feature. Also, I'm becoming a really big fan of these, you know, the soft diaper pieces. I just think that as far as like the lower crotch area is just like the perfect way to go. Like Jada's starting to do it. Mafex is starting to do it more. I've started to see, you know, a lot of their characters, like the new 2099, they're getting that softer diaper piece for the range. And McFarlane does it too, but they just do not know how to make good figures at all. But so that's really nice. I like that. Double knee, super. And another thing, as I'm kind of posing this guy, his joints are super smooth. Like they will hold their place. They, you know, but they move at the same time. So he can kick back right about there. So that's nice. They give you, so you can't really see it, but they give you a, what is that, ankle swivel, I guess you could say? Like a shin swivel, shin cut, whatever you want to call it. So it gives you that range. And then, of course, ankle pivot there. The toe joint is really, really nice and sturdy. And then they put the shelf there so that way the toe doesn't go down, which, you know, you can do in real life, but it doesn't really lend well to, you know, over time if you're standing him up and everything. So this thing is fantastic, man. This thing is absolutely cool. Like I said, he's never leaving my collection. I don't care what happens. He's just He's just a tank, man. He's big too. He's huge. As I understand that, you know, Storm is doing, what is this? This is like 7-inch scale or maybe like 6.5. It's not true 6-inch from what I understand, but this is a big character as I understand it anyways, so I can kind of fudge it and he can be like an overgrown Blanka. And he's supposed to be a man or like a man beast or something in as far as like Street Fighter lore goes. So that kind of, there's like people in the, from what I understand, there's people in the game that are like super tall, like 7 foot, 8 feet tall, like all kinds of crazy shit. So this just, it doesn't really matter as far as the scale to me personally. To you, it might be different. You might want to wait on the Jada one. I think Storm, because they're doing a whole Storm arena where it's like they're doing a 6-inch version of all their Street Fighters, so they're probably going to revisit him anyway. So could wait for that, but I wouldn't, because this figure is dope either way. But let's get into accessories. So I wanted to get into the heads first, because these are like, he comes with 4 separate heads, right? So yeah, so he comes with his, so I think this is the one that comes in the box. This is like his Grimace face. The heads are really nicely sculpted. The hair, beautifully done. I mean, it's rubbery, you know, in the back. So like, even if you needed to kind of pose him with his head looking up, you're still gonna get a nice bend to it. But the detail work, the paint work is super clean. I absolutely love it. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Yeah, really nice. So that's the grimacing head. The hair sculpt is fire. He also comes with the yelling head. This is another really dope one. Look at how the hair plumes off the top of the head like that. That's super clean. Super nice. He has a stoic face. Stoic face is nice too. Look at that side profile. This thing is so dope. I mean, look, and the hair is huge. Huge, man. Mafex needs to learn a thing or two, and they need to start doing like softer hair sculpts. Marvel Legends can really benefit from that as well. So yeah, and then of course this is a bonus one. So this is like the I forget what it's called. This is what is it? What would you call this? This is like the defeat. Somebody correct me in the comments. I know somebody's gonna name it. But this is like the little screenshot of like when your guy is like beat up at the end of the match. And so that's really cool. That's just an awesome bonus there. Super nicely done. So I mean, as far as the hands goes, they give you just the perfect amount of hands. I like the ones that they give you. I don't know if he even needs any more. I can never have too many hands, man. He's got, I mean, he comes with these like grasping, he has like 3 different grasping hands. Like for all of these different poses, like 3 different grasping hands, comes with fists, comes with saluting hands. Those I did not expect to come from a character like this. But I'm sure there's probably a reason. I'm sure there's a way that, you know, there's some pose that he does in the game that, you know, warrants that. So, you know, I'm all for it, man. I'm not complaining. And then finally, the last bit of accessory he comes with, this is super impressive. It's this huge electric, please somebody tell me what this, I almost knocked him over. Please somebody tell me what this effect is, what this power is. It's super cool. I mean, this is the thing that sold me the most, is just seeing this effect, because I can use this for other figures and things like that, but this is just so well executed, and the look of it, it's a head turner, man. This is something like you'll have on your shelf. You put like some, you know, I want to get some of those Tamashi smoke effects and things like that, and just put it next to it, and that thing it's an immediate banger for the shelf, man. What an absolute effort. What an absolute fire figure overall. I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is like, for what was it, $110? I paid a little bit more because I was at a convention, so I had to pay a little bit more, obviously. All right, size comparison time. Really quickly, we have the Marvel Legends ROM, the Space Knight, and the Marvel Legends Maximum Spider-Man. Really interesting to see these together. I like the color combination for some reason. It's just doing something for me. All right, and then of course we have some big boys here. So we have the Marvel Legends Hercules and the, I forget the name, Meditoys Korgath, I think. I'm just gonna name Meditoys Orc. Really interesting, couple of big green guys there. And then of course, this is the one that I'm sure people wanted to see. We have Jada Toys, Fei Long, and DJ. And I kind of dig this. I kind of dig just how big, you know, Blanka is compared to them. Probably not going to work for some of you guys. You're probably going to want them a little bit smaller and wait for the Jada one. But yeah, we're definitely going to do a size comparison when I get that one as well. So yeah. And then of course, here's a size comparison that probably doesn't make a lot of sense to you guys, but in true unparalleled universe fashion. But these are two figures from two of my favorite franchises of all time. We have the, what is this, Bandai Tamashii Nations Evangelion Rebuild, Bandai Spirits, whatever. It's just, yeah, just an Evangelion Unit 1. And then the OG McFarlane Halo 3 Master Chief. Yeah. For what you pay, right? $100, it's a lot of money for one figure, right? But what they give you, just the overall package, the overall, just the experience, right, of having this and like going through all the different hands, you know, the effects, the heads, it's worth it. It's worth it. This figure, it could honestly be worth 160. Like the Mafex 2099 Spider-Man is not worth the 120. This is well worth the amount of money. Really good on articulation, really good on, it's just the whole thing is a 10. It's a 10. I have no complaints whatsoever. If you're a fan of Street Fighter, obviously get it. Like, bro, just buy it. Like, don't even worry about, oh, if it's gonna be, no, just buy it. If you're not a fan and you just want something that looks cool, you want a new figure, you want to try something new. This was a first foray. I just jumped into Storm. I have no idea, and I was very iffy about Storm because I didn't really know much about them, but I just jumped in. I was like, yeah, let me just see. And man, am I happy to do so. So yeah, this thing gets a 10 out of 10. It's a must-have for anybody that's a fan, anybody that wants something really cool for their shelf. Let me know what you guys think. You know, let me know if you guys are gonna get one. And yeah, man, just stay tuned for the next one because I have a ton of stuff going down the pipeline. I'm super sorry for taking a super long break. It's life, but you know, I'm back in this thing, and trust me, I have so many videos I want to make, so many discussions I want to have, and I appreciate you guys watching. I'm doing this for the fun of it, and I like the support. I like, you know, just being able to talk about these things. It's a passion of mine. So I appreciate you guys watching, and Big Status out.